Phishing. You know, it's one of the oldest scams on the internet, but somehow it's more dangerous today than it's ever been. So, in the next few minutes, we're going to break down how to spot these scams and build a defense that hackers just can't get through. And believe me, this isn't just some tech tip, it's a critical life skill for anyone online. Let's dive in. You know that feeling, right? That little jolt of panic when an email like this just lands in your inbox? It looks real, the logo's right, the language is super urgent, and for that split second, your brain is screaming, I have to fix this now. And that split second, that's exactly what the scammer is banking on. It's a carefully crafted illusion, all designed to make you panic and click without thinking. That, right there, is phishing. And we're about to show you exactly how the trick works. Okay, so what is phishing really? Let's peel back the layers of this digital disguise. The key word you really gotta remember here is impersonation. Attackers are basically digital actors. They put on a costume, pretending to be your bank or Amazon or even your boss. And they have one single goal, to deceive you. So what are they after? Well, pretty much the keys to your entire digital kingdom. We're talking passwords, credit card numbers, bank info, even those little one-time codes that get sent to your phone. All of this stuff can be used to drain your accounts or even steal your identity. Ever wondered about the name phishing with a PH? It's not just some nerdy typo. There's actually a really simple and kind of perfect analogy behind it. Think about it. They're literally phishing. Attackers cast this huge, wide net of fake emails and messages out into the internet, just waiting for a few people to bite. It's a pure numbers game, and unfortunately for us, it works really, really well. All right, so now we get what phishing is. But how does an attack actually play out from start to finish? Once you understand their playbook, you can start to beat them at their own game. And look how fast this all happens. It's a 5-step process that can take less than a minute. They make a fake site, you click a link, you type in your info, and boom, game over. Before you can even realize what's happened, they've got your credentials. And you know, this isn't just an email problem anymore. Scammers use the same tricks over text messages, that's called smishing, and even over the phone with voice calls, which is known as vishing. Some attacks, called spear phishing, are super targeted at one specific person, which makes them incredibly difficult to spot. Okay, enough about the bad guys. Let's talk about how to fight back. It's time to turn you into a human scam detector. These right here are the classic giveaways. Scammers always try to create a sense of urgency, act now or else, because they don't want you to stop and think. They want you to react. So look for those pressure tactics, weird spelling mistakes, and especially suspicious links. Pro tip, always hover your mouse over a link to see the real web address before you even dream of clicking it. And look, if you remember only one thing from all of this, please make it this right here. This is the absolute golden rule. Your bank, Netflix, Google, none of them will ever ask for your password or a login code in an email. It just doesn't happen. So knowing the red flags is a great start, but let's actually build a solid defense plan. These are some simple, actionable things that absolutely anyone can do to stay safe. Okay, think of this as your personal security toolkit. First, always double-check the sender's email address. Scammers love to use ones that are just 1 or 2 letters off from the real thing. Use that hover trick we just talked about. And hey, think about using a password manager. They're awesome because they won't autofill your password on a fake site, which can stop an attack dead in its tracks. But out of everything you can do, one of these things is not like the other. There is one step that stands head and shoulders above the rest. If you do nothing else after watching this, please do this. MFA is basically your account's bodyguard. It means that even if a scammer steals your password, they still can't get in because they don't have that second piece of the puzzle, usually a code from an app on your phone. It is without a doubt the single best way to protect your accounts. So we've covered the what and the how, but now let's dig into the really big question. Why? Why is this pretty simple scam still one of the biggest, most dangerous threats on the entire internet? Well, because the consequences are devastating. We're talking billions of dollars lost every year, huge corporate data breaches that you see in the news, and identity theft that can take people years to recover from. And a lot of the time, a phishing email is just step 1. It's the way hackers get in the door to launch even bigger attacks, like ransomware. This slide right here gets to the absolute heart of it. Why would a hacker spend months trying to break through complicated firewalls and security systems when they can just send a clever email and trick a person into letting them write in. Phishing doesn't exploit software bugs, it exploits human psychology. And these are their weapons. They use our own emotions against us. They trigger our fear of losing something, our sense of urgency to fix a problem, our trust in authority figures, and even just our basic human curiosity. They're not hacking computers, they're hacking our brains. So here's the most important takeaway. We tend to think of cybersecurity as this big technical fight, but phishing proves that the weakest link in the chain isn't our technology, it's us. It's our own human nature. And that, my friends, is why awareness is everything. All the tech in the world can't protect someone who's willing to give away the keys. A skeptical, informed, and careful user is the best defense that has ever been invented. So, I'll leave you with this question. Now that you've seen the playbook and you understand the psychology they use, it's time to think about your own defenses. How strong is your human firewall?